Could you accept this ID? No, because the ID may have been tampered with in some way. Anytime an ID is tattered, torn, bent, creased across the photograph and or birth date, it would be wiser to take a closer look and ask for a second piece of identification.
Ladies, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Got some ID there?
Yes.
Your ID's expired, sweetie.
Oh. But I got the real ID though.
I understand that, but I got to see a valid ID. Expired ID is not valid. I can't serve you tonight until you get a valid ID.
Only this one time?
I can't, no.
No.
And I understand that. I appreciate it, but I can't. Not tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Get
Thank
your ID
you.
replaced. Get
Bye.
back in here. Thanks, ladies. Have a good evening.
Some retailers in Arizona will only accept an Arizona driver's license or Arizona identification card as a valid identification to purchase alcoholic beverages. However, Arizona is a state that touts tourism, people relocating, out-of-state college students, etc., who will have identification from their home state. Refer to your establishment's alcohol policy, as your establishment may only accept specific IDs. Not just any identification card is valid. A valid ID must appear to be valid, not expired, no obvious signs of alteration or forgery. The following is a list of what are considered to be acceptable forms of identification for the purpose of purchasing, possessing, or consuming spirituous liquor in Arizona. Number 1, a driver's license from any U.S. state, District of Columbia, U.S. Territory, and Canada, provided it includes a picture of the licensee. Number 2, an identification card issued from any U.S. state, District of Columbia, U.S. Territory, and Canada, provided it includes a picture of the licensee. A side note about the Arizona Vertical Driver's License and Vertical Identification Card is this. If the form of ID the person is using is a vertical driver's license or vertical identification card issued by the state of Arizona, the credential cannot be beyond 30 days of the person's 21st birthday. If it is longer than 30 days, then the credential cannot be accepted. If the credential is vertical and from another U.S. state or Canada, then the ID is acceptable. Number 3, an Armed Forces identification card. Number 4, a valid passport or passport card. Number 5, a valid resident alien card.